Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Vinyl Addict, and my name is Chili, and today I'm going to chime in on the MOFIGATE. Okay, I didn't want to, it's like day 6 of this thing, and it's just all the vinyl community is talking about. I didn't want to make a video about this, but I'm part of the vinyl community, so I guess my little 2 cents on this whole debacle. Okay, first of all, that the whole thing about, I guess it's the ones that are really affected by it are these kind of hardcore audiophiles guys or girls, who just strictly analog and this and that, and there's a sense of betrayal that information have come out that they in the process there's some digital DSD or cut from a file, however the process is. I'm not this like one of those guys, but because I purchased some of these things, and that's what was told to me, like, oh, it's cut from the master recordings, and and from the analog tape, and this cut to lacquer, and then you get the stamper, and then it makes 500 copies of that, and they go back, and this whole process of the one step, but in each of these purchases of these MOFIs, it talks about it in here. Our release is like sort of like their mission statement, right? Since 1977, Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab has been dedicated to providing the most accurate sonic reproductions possible. Our premium releases are the definitive versions of some of the best music ever recorded. These numbered edition albums are conduits for experiencing exactly what the artists and producers heard in the studio. The album in your hands is a labor of love and a tribute to the original artist. Okay, so and it says something here about the technology. Our Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab is the undisputed leader in the science of record technology. Audiophiles and serious music collectors the world over have enormous respect for our contributions to the analog disc. So they're selling an experience, is and for myself, like how I got into these things, when when you get into the vinyl community, you start off, I mean, my knowledge of these things is still, I'm still a layman or whatever, but what does it sound good is the one thing. When I was sold on it, it was, I think it wasn't even a, what do you call it? It wasn't even a original master recording. It was a Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. Now, these strips, it's the same company, MOFI, silver labels. So if they can't get the original master recordings, the next best thing is the last remaster or the original copy of the remaster, and then they do their magic from that. Now, when I heard this, the owner of the shop was like, I was like, does that sound good or whatever? Does it sound better than this? Because I was asking questions, about the difference between original and master recordings and this, and and I like this album. It's wasn't issued, it hasn't been reissued or whatever, and I purchased it, and it was it sounded really good, and I've gotten original master recordings that doesn't even sound as good as this. You know what I mean? So I guess it's it's subjective, to what you hear, what I hear, and I think it's safe to say that most of these people who buy this kind of stuff, these MOFI ones, I mean, they probably have really great stereo systems, and this and that, and they're wanting the best sound possible. I mean, that's why you're getting this. It's sort of just like back in the day. Oh well, I got that movie on VHS. Oh, you got to see it on Laserdisc, you know. You'll get a better experience, you know. And that kept on going. Oh, I got that on DVD. Oh, well, I just got the Blu-ray version of that. Oh, well, have you seen it in 4K? You know, just, but so, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I guess in that sense, that this is where it becomes like gloating. Like, okay, I know that some people do that. Like, okay, well, it sounds better with the MOFI. And I think that's the real thing. That's the only thing that's important, you know, because like I said, you know, this sounded better than some of these, you know, and even, you know, I remember just letting somebody hear vinyl for the first time because they were curious about it. I mean, I didn't even break out one of these guys. I just broke out a regular reissue of Revolver by the Beatles, and they played it, and then they were like, wow, vinyl does sound good, you know, and it was just a reissued copy, you know, but I think it's also depending on, you know, the album, the music lover, you know, because, you know, after I got, you know, that NXS one, and I got some other ones, you know, and I went to the store, our local business, and, you know, the owner, I asked him, like, well, how much is this vinyl up there? It was in a box. It was beautiful. It was the Bob Dylan Blonde on Blonde. He's like, it's like $500 or something like that, or something. And I was like, yeah, I knew it would be something like that. But knowing what I purchased in the past from MoFi, yeah, that's gonna fucking sound great. And of course, I didn't get it. I wanted to hear that album, and it was just weird. So I, you know, that day I went and got an OG one that he had. It's like an import one. And you know, it sounds really good, but I'm sure it's gonna sound fucking way better on that MoFi version. Whether they use a little digital on there or not, I mean, it's just like, it just, you know, if there's an album that really touches you, that you love so much, and it's gonna fucking, I don't care how how the sausage was made or whatever, just like, all I know is that they sound fucking good, you know, and if I do have a shitty stereo, it makes me sound like I don't have a shitty stereo. So that's how good these things are, how they sound. But then again, like I said, here's a version of Miles Davis's "Bitches Brew" I got in what do you call it? I got it at Barnes and Noble. Fucking sounds good, you know. I just wanted the album. I've been searching everywhere for it, and then every time I see it, like, you know, or an older version, nothing. And so they finally reissued these, and I was like, hey, score, sounds good. It sounds better than even this old OG one I have of Sketches of Spain, you know. So it's all subjective, you know. And so, and whether if you're starting out on this and on vinyl, and you're hearing all this whole MOFIGATE, you know, wherever you are on your, you know, your vinyl journey and anything, I'm just like, you know, don't all that talk about analog and, you know, all audiophile stuff. If it sounds good to you, that's fine. If you got an album on there that you think that deserves to be heard the way it should be heard, just like, you know, like Immaculate, and that album speaks to you in high volumes, and get that, you know, get that vinyl on MoFi. And like I said, it doesn't really matter if they put like some digital fucking bullshit on there. I don't care. Especially just like, even if you're, you know, getting vinyls at Walmart, you know, because people like, oh, you know, there's these, you know, vinyl snobs, you know, just, you know, go and get them at private businesses, or, you know, just like, you know, just, that happened with the whole, these guys right here, right? They show these Metallica ones on Walmart with the limited edition color thing going on, colored vinyl, and, you know, for collectors, you know, it's just like, you're just gonna get them, you know. You're buying it from the corporate monster. I'm like, oh well. at the end of the day, it fucking sounds good. You know, it's all I have to say. So that's my fucking 2 cents on the whole MOFIGATE thing. You know, if it sounds good to you, get it. You know, do you feel betrayed and you want to whine about that, you know, not get any more you know, records from them? I mean, like, if they're gonna put out some cool shit that I want, you know, it doesn't bother me, you know, how the sausage is made. It's just like, fuck, it tastes good. So that's my video for today. Comment, like, share, and subscribe if you want to hear and you like more of this kind of content. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.